Alrighty, people, let's take a deep breath because we made it. Today, we're talking about the season 1 finale of Abbott Elementary, aka Zoo Balloon. And y'all, this episode took me on a ride, literally and emotionally. We have field trip madness, relationship drama, balloon symbolism, Janine questioning her life, Ava in full cheetah print. It's giving chaos, giving growth, and it's giving can you pass the tissues? So buckle up because today's episode of I Know It's Been a While So with your host, Livy, is all about heartbreak, healing, and one extremely symbolic air balloon. Let's get into it. Okay, so the Abbott Elementary season 1 finale really said, let's go out the bang, and they did not disappoint. Let me set the scene for y'all. It's the end of year zoo trip. Kids are screaming, teachers are sweating, chaos is in full effect. It's a lot. But underneath all the field trip madness, there's growth, decisions, heartbreak, and tension so thick I could cut it with the glue stick. Let me start y'all off with the unbothered chaos queen, Ava. She kicks off the episode with, I just say whatever I want. Don't you know that already? Which, let's be real, is her life motto. And I was watching this video that literally was a line from Quinta Brunson from behind the scenes. And the fact that there is an Ava Coleman in real life makes me feel so much better about our future. Like, honestly. But back to Abbott Elementary. Ava literally admits on camera, like, she just casually confesses to being wildly unqualified and deeply unserious. She just want to go to the zoo. And then she literally disappears and shows back up in full cheetah print, like she's on a safari runway. Like, Miss Ma'am, you are the worst principal and still our favorite character. Now, when Mr. Johnson gets put in charge of the kids who didn't have their permission slips filled out, really hit home because I haven't had my permission slips filled out sometimes. And it was nowhere near as fun. But the moment he name dropped the Breakfast Club, I knew chaos was coming because I love that movie. But the fact that they actually cut to the kids doing scenes semi from the movie, it was adorable and hilarious and completely random, which is Mr. Johnson in a nutshell. Now let's get back to the zoo. Let's talk about Janine, who is clearly done with Tariq. Like, you can see it on her face, but she won't say it out loud. And you could already see Gregory, who's been done with Tariq since like episode 3. This man has been literally looking dead at the camera every time someone so much as mentions Tariq's name. Now, let's get real. Tariq does have a cute bond with the kids. I will give him that. But when he hit Janine with that "we're moving to New York" announcement, like, with no discussion, no "how do you feel," it was honestly controlling and manipulative. Like, he just dropped that on her, like he just expected her to come with him. Like, she doesn't have a life aside from him. No, let's not skip over Melissa, who was just genuinely excited to go to the zoo. She gives peak auntie energy the entire episode. It's incredible. But I don't want to skip over Barbara's crash out over the lizard being retired. Like, it was funny for what it was, but you could see the fear, the real fear about aging out, being left behind, and becoming irrelevant. We have seen her be the anchor all season, and she's had hilarious moments. And she's also had these little bouts of wisdom and that get it together look. But she has insecurities. And it's noticed throughout the season. I mean, you see it in all the characters, but more so in Barbara, because you see that things are changing around her and she doesn't know what to do. This is literally like Encanto, where the strongest daughter, who could literally lift up a house with her pinky, had the deepest insecurity out of anyone. It's on Disney Plus if you're wondering. Amazing movie. Anyway, back to Abbott Elementary. Barbara being mostly the strongest character, they have feelings. They have emotions that get overlooked because they are so strong and they just need to be recognized for it. But when Barbara said that she might quit, honestly, I actually felt fear. Like, what if she actually did quit? What was going to happen? But then when a student went missing, Barbara stood up. She handled it. She took charge like a real leader, even though the principal was completely unable to take charge. The literal principal. Barbara literally had to tell her daughter to watch Ava, the principal of a school with children. But still, I digress. But the moment she realized and reminded us that experience matters, it was important. She is still needed and we still need her. But Melissa's I'm there for you, but I'm not gonna get all mushy on you was incredible. She checked in on Barbara and she reminded her that she was still important, she was still needed. But Jacob surprised me. He had no random tangents, no off topic social justice rants. He was just there. He stayed in his lane. He was supportive, even though he was a little shaky when he thought Janine might leave to go to New York with Tariq, which I'm gonna get back to in a second. Best believe that. It was honestly refreshing for Jacob because we love that quiet growth moment. Like, we saw him with Zach. We saw that Zach mellowed out his crazy, and I liked it. You know, I've seen it, and I've never actually seen it in that full effect. But let's go to Gregory, who is catching feelings in 4K. Like when she mentioned helping that kid adjust to moving on to the next grade, he looked at her like she just redefined the entire concept of education. Like, dude, you are so far gone and you don't even notice it. But when he showed Janine his full-time badge for Abbott Elementary, it was everything. Because he was actually starting to care that he actually wanted to stay as a teacher. And that's crazy. And even though most of us would love for him to want to stay just for Janine, I like that he stayed for him. He stayed for his kids. He made that decision for himself, even though it might have been a little in favor for Janine, which I love. But it was everything. Now, let's get back to this Janine Tariq thing. When Janine got up in that zoo balloon It was hilarious, okay? Like, honestly, everyone just walked up and watched her go up in that thing without doing anything. And it was classic. And her holding that random man's hand was crazy. It's like, I'm gonna hold on to something, okay? Cause if I go down, someone's going down with me. I get that, okay? But the symbolism was amazing. She needed space to think, to breathe, to process that decision about whether or not to go with Tariq to New York, which I still think was manipulative in every way, but the fact that she got the time to think about it and actually made a decision that was best for her was amazing. Okay. But when she got off that hot air balloon and she looked at Gregory holding Taylor's hand, who was his girlfriend at the time, by the way, you could see the pain in her face. It was just like, y'all both like each other, and yet y'all won't tell each other. Crazy, right? But the Janine Tariq breakup, it hurt her, especially since it was her first love, her first relationship, her first everything. It hurt, but it was necessary. Janine grew so much this season, and she learned that shrinking herself to fit someone else's vision is not love. She realized that she didn't want to be the sidekick anymore. She wanted to be the main character. She was scared because it's scary changing from what you've always known to something completely different. But when she was ready, she was ready. And I was proud of her. It was incredible. And I was honestly over here dancing because I did not like Tariq from the first episode. Like, I saw the manipulation and control and the fact that he took advantage of her so many times was crazy. So I was over here dancing. But I understand what it feels like to lose that first love and realize that it was for the best. But all in all, this episode, it wrapped with enough closure, enough mess, enough chaos, obviously, and enough, oh my gosh, what's next to make us crave season 2. So that's it for season 1. I am proud. I am stressed. I am emotional and I'm spiraling in the healthiest way possible, probably. Catch me next time when we dive headfirst into season 2. Because this Gregory Janine tension, it is about to get real. Side note, if Ava doesn't get promoted, fired, or arrested by mid next season, color me shocked. Okay? So, basically, Abbott Elementary has officially proven to be that show. It is smart, it is hilarious, it's painfully honest about what it means to work in a broken system while still caring way too much for some people. It reminds you how busted the education system is, but it makes you laugh at the pain because if you stop laughing, you might start crying. And honestly, same. So it's honestly giving sad, but cackling. And honestly, I live for it all, okay? The writing is top tier. The characters are glorious, glorious mess. Okay, Janine out here trying to save the school like she's starring in a Hallmark movie when nobody's playing by Hallmark rules. Barbara, the elder I aspired to be, being fully aware and allergic to nonsense. Gregory is a walking sigh. Ava being a fashion icon and a HR violation. And Mr. Johnson, he deserves his own spinoff, his own memoir, and probably a conspiracy theory podcast of his own, which, let's be real, he probably already has. But the slow burn chaos between Gregory and Janine, ooh, I need it. Put it in a teacher mug and serve it with a passive aggressive post it. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough yelling and ranting for me today. But if you've been watching Abbott, please tell me, who's your emotional twin? Are you a Janine, fighting everything with a little too much optimism? Barbara, surviving with grace, strength, and a perfectly timed petty side eye? And Ava, thriving in delusion, but still somehow in charge? Gregory, silently judging everyone, and slowly realizing you might actually care? A Jacob, trying too hard, oversharing random facts, and meaning well? Still, a Melissa, unbothered and ready to switch from chill to protective auntie real fast? Or are you a Mr. Johnson, mysterious, hilarious, low-key chaotic, and probably friends with someone in the Illuminati? Let me know who you are or who you wish you were in the comments. Personally, I'm a Gregory on the outside, a little bit of Janine sprinkled in there every now and again, and Ava when I'm over all of it. Next episode, we're jumping straight into season 2. There will be more ranting, of course, definitely more chaos, and probably more emotional damage. So hit follow, leave a rating, like, I don't know, or just scream into the void with me on social media. This has been, I know it's been a while, so I'm Livy, I've got feelings, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.